Hey guys, it's Jude. Anyway, so today I'm basically gonna tell you guys a story about an abandoned amusement park. Uh, I've submitted this so many times to so many people, but apparently no one has ever put this up. So, here we go. I remember when I was a little kid, and my parents and we were all both going down to see my uncle that was in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Um, you know, it was a typical person like myself. My uncle never really liked me, nor did he ever give me a moment of his time. As soon as I got there, he looked at me and told me to not be inside a house for more than like at least a day or as long as I had to like pretty much be there to sleep. He wanted me out of the house and doing something. Knowing Manitoba and Canada Manitoba, Winnipeg, it's usually very cold there. It's always snowing, kind of similar to Finland. If anyone here is from Finland, it's extremely cold. It's always snowing there, and there's only 3 weeks of summer, which is not the most pleasant time. But do keep in mind that I wasn't born there. Anyways, so the very first day I got there, and it was in the morning. It was like 6 a.m. in the morning, and the sun was already out. So my uncle told me to not stay in the house and basically told me to get out. So I went out. I walked out of the house. I saw a forest hill kind of thing. Wanted to go hiking, so it was only like a 20-30 minute hill there. I walked up the pass into the forest. There's nothing wrong. Walked in there for like 2 to 3 hours. There's nothing wrong going in there until I stumbled upon a sign. The sign said penny, but the rest of it was covered in snow. So, as a, young person as myself back then, keep in mind I was 14, I kicked the sign. The snow fell off, didn't fall on me, but it fell off to reveal Pennyland Amusement Park. So I looked at it. With my amazement, I saw this, and right off the bat, I was like, "Oh boy, it's an amusement park that has been abandoned." And usually, as young as you are, you want to look at the technologies that you could, that you were used in amusement parks, that used in many different amusement park rides and whatnot. So as I walk past by there is a ticket booth there. There's 3 tickets in one of the stalls. I don't recall why I never picked it up. But anyways, as I walked myself through the turnstile, because it was apparently still functioning, it was rusted, but it was still functioning. I walked past in there, walked about like maybe 4 or 5 steps, and then I see a man with a butcher knife coming at me slowly at a time. It was as if it was like 2 seconds per walk, but really to me in my mind it was like more than that. But even that wasn't the scary part. What was the scary part was when I turned my head to the left, and what I saw from my very eyes was a woman who was bloodied all the way from her head all the way down to her trousers. But then again, she wasn't wearing any clothing. So that scared the crap out of me. I looked at her body, and she like literally smacked herself against the window, and her hands were connected to the window and everything, and she slowly dropped down to the floor every inch. I looked back to my right hand side where the man had his knife in his hand. I turned myself around and I ran out of that forest. Within the 2 hours that I ran out, I apparently somehow got nerves to be more brave, picked up a stick, went back even knowing it was 2 hours to go back there. But the odd part was that nothing happened while I was making myself there, because or else the man would still be behind me. But he wasn't there anymore. Nor was the woman. The only thing left on the window was a red blood handprint. And then I looked at it closely, and it just slowly evaporated, and it never appeared again. I quickly ran all the way back home. It took me like literally close to about like what felt like literally 23 minutes was actually close to like 2 hours or so, because when you're running away, it usually takes that long. But as I was proceeding myself back there, I told my uncle and my father and mother about it. No one ever believed me. And even to this day, no one believed me. But I can tell you that I saw what I saw.